In this video, we're going to show you how to install an interior door handle on your Cadillac Escalade located on the driver's side front door. Now, in order to remove our door panel, we have a couple panels besides the main door panel we have to remove. First one is inside the door pull. We're going to use a small pocket screwdriver and just go inside and pop out this little insert piece right here that does expose a couple bolts inside. Our next one is up on top here behind the door pull. When you open this up, you're going to find a little notch right down on the bottom of this trim panel. Simply put in your pocket screwdriver, pry outward. This cover pops off and exposes another bolt in the back. On the top here, we have our power window switch panel. And use a trim tool. Start on the front, twist up, gently lift up and pull it forward. You can remove this here. On the back side, you're going to find a series of connectors. You're going to push in on the little tab and pull this out. Do that for all of these. Be sure when you're pulling on this here, you're not pulling on the harness itself. If you do need help doing this here, use your pocket screwdriver. Push in on the tab and gently pry it out. Work out that connector. Go ahead and set that switch aside. We're going to go ahead and disconnect our door lock. So you're going to push up on this, and there's a little cover right here, pocket screwdriver. Just go in there, gently pry this out. And when that comes out, slide this up, reinsert the little clip. And all this does is it locks onto the threaded rod. So do not lose that. Install that back into this lock unit and we'll set that aside. On the lower panel here, we have a little light. Now, you can do this one of two ways. You can pull the harness out of the backside when we pull the panel out, but it's a lot tougher to hold that panel and reach down to undo that harness. Simple enough to do it here. Pocket screwdriver, come around the backside, gently pry and pull this unit out. There's just a couple little tabs supporting this in place, and here it is. Tilt it and then wiggle this out like so. There's 4 little tabs on here holding that. Tuck that inside, set this aside. Inside the door pull, you're gonna have 2 10mm bolts. I'm going to use a 10mm socket and extension. I also have a magnet here. Sometimes you're lucky enough to pull that out, or you can use your magnet. Makes it nice and easy to grab that. Do the same here. Grab that one there. Once you get these 2 out, we're going to move up to the door handle up top, and there is a 10mm bolt right there as well. Our next step is to pull the door panel off. There is a series of plastic button retainers around the perimeter, locking the panel in place. Now, my choice is to come around the front side here. You can get your hands inside and gently pull out towards you. Work your way around the perimeter. This point here, we're going to lift this up and off. On the back side of this door panel, there are going to be some cables attached to the door handle here. So we're going to have to pull this off and separate those cables from the door handle. On the inside trim here behind the mirror, there's going to be a trim panel right here. Just put your fingers behind there. Pop that out, release that and set it aside. Go ahead and lift up on that panel, giving us access to the cable on the back. Now, where the cable comes around to the back side here, you want to grab the barrel end here and twist it. And what you're going to find are little tabs. There's going to be 1 and 2. There's 2 tabs, so I'm going to use my pliers here and pinch those, and you have to pull the cable out. So those are 2 tabs that you have to pinch in order to release that. And then you can swing this out and pull the ball end out. There's a single wire harness right here. Go ahead and remove that door panel and set it aside. On the back side of our door panel, we have a few 7mm screws. We're going to come to the two front ones right here. These secure this wiring harness and switch setup to the handle itself. So using our stubby ratchet and a deep socket here. Pull that off and set that right there. On the back side over here, we have a 7mm. The handle itself is held in place not only by that single 7mm screw, has two retaining tabs right here and then two on the bottom. So we're going to go to the ones on the top, and while pushing down on the handle, release that and it pops it right out. When installing the handle, make sure that the bottom tabs go in first, and then we're going to press in the top ones to lock in. You can push that panel down and lock it and hold it in, and then swing the other one up and in. And we have on the back, this lines up, install that screw. And let's go ahead and snug that down. Once that bottoms out, just give it a little bit more, and I mean just a little bit, not even a full quarter turn once that bottoms out. You don't want to strip that screw in there. Grab your switch, line that up. Gonna get that started. These are self-tapping screws going into a new handle, so that it'll be pretty snug. Bottomed out, we're good. Do the same here. Bottomed out. We have our door panel in place. Install this. This is for the light at the lower portion of the door. Feed that through our door panel. I'm going to bring this up and install our cable end here. Put that in. Pull this around. Push it in. I'm going to grab our cables here. Let's go ahead and lift up our door panel. I'm going to hang the upper portion on the door sill. Pull your light bulb harness through. Now at this point here, once the door is hung on the sill, you want to go around the edge here, pull this out and make sure that the plastic pins line up with the holes in your door on both front and back. Go ahead and give this a good bump. Check the seam all the way around. Make sure it's nice and tight, there's no gaps. And our door panel is locked into place. Now let's go ahead and install the 3 bolts securing the panel. I'm going to put my bolt in my socket here, line that up. Get that started. I like to thread these in as far as I can by hand. Do the same inside here. You can use a regular ratchet, you can use your impact, just snug them down. If you take your sail panel cover for the mirror itself, install that now. You're going to put the tab in and then just press in on the top. And install our light on the bottom here. So you want the light portion to be on the bottom of it when it goes in, so that the clear portion is on the lower section. Line that up, push it in. Now when this goes on, the front tab goes in first and then push in the back, like so. Take your switch harness, line everything up, and install it. Lower this down. We're going to install the back in first, and then press down on the front. Pop that in. Install the door handle trim. Set that in there. Just gently press it in. The lower door pull trim here. I'm going to line this up. There's 4 little tabs on that. Press that in. We're going to install our latch or our lock unit right here. Now in our case here, if you want to, go ahead and grab that and just pull that rod up in case it was in the down position. Drop this down inside. Press that in. There you have it. Now at this point here, once you get all of your trim in and your covers and you've tested all your switches, again, everything is good. At that point there, you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.